Well, hello. We'll be underway in a minute here. Yeah. Unscripted, the way you people like it. So, it's a video on CalgaryGate, or Comics Gate, or whatever we're calling it. Yeah, seems to have a little trouble north of the border there. I'm going to be totally honest. You have to go with not much ado about nothing. Not much. No. But I mean, it's like if you're going, thumbs up to the participants who had problems happen their way. Who am I talking about? Which side? Which side experienced problems? Both sides? One side? The other? I mean, I don't know. So, is it thumbs up to them? Is it thumbs down to them? Is it kind of like this? I think you really have to go with. I think you really have to go with. No, you don't, because I mean, we all know how some of these extremist feminists are. You say one little thing that is right there at RAINN, RAIN. RAIN is the #1 internet source, and almost all the stats there were put there by feminists, by women, by feminists who are women, almost all of them. And it's just, you're going to turn your nose up at RAIN? Really? Are you turning your nose up at RAIN? I don't know. I'd like to hear that, but leave it down there in the comment section. Why, RAIN is like, at the very worst, it's like this. RAIN is like the most. RAIN is the least excuse me. RAIN is the most sympathetic toward women, toward victims of rape, toward victims of incest. RAIN is the most sympathetic toward them. I mean, you got to figure if RAIN comes along and says something like 60% of rape, or between 93 and 2010, rape has gone down by 60%. That's the lowest figure. These other sources, like the FBI, have it down by 90%. So, I mean, there's one right there where if you just say at a comics convention, rape has gone down by 60% since 1993, then they kick you out? Really? That's a bad thing? Not the truth, but, the most giving, the most sympathetic version of the truth. I'm trying to avoid words like conservative or political, or conservative, political, liberal. Anyway, no, I don't care. If this one makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to check to see if my mic's working or if I've got it plugged in right. I've done other videos like this where little 20-minute video and I get to the end and technical difficulties. All I had to do was just check my mic before I jumped in, and I didn't, but whatever. Haven't really lost anything yet that was just so valuable. It's worthy of some of these dripping down my face. Male tears shed by a female. That's what I'm saying, is that on the one hand you have these feminists, uppity feminists at the comics convention where they heard something like, rape's gone down by 60% since 93, and it would just, oh my God, how could you say something? Rape is so pervasive. I could see saying something like that, feminists blow in a gasket, and you get kicked out. I could see that. But I could also see another side of it, like taunting people. Like, they say their side, and you try to say your side. You say your side without swearing, without yelling, and then they win, because feminists are in control. And how they win, you get kicked out. I'm sure there's plenty of fine print in the contracts you signed, the money you paid, say you can't do anything political. Right, like comics aren't political. How could you have any comic strip, any cartoons that don't have politics to them? It's impossible. Politics is everywhere. Everything is political. So then these other people they get to do their feminist politics, their feminist cartoons. You know, they get to have theirs, and then you know, you don't get to have yours. So then here comes some male tears. I don't know. Part of it is much ado about nothing, but I don't know. It's probably a little bit bigger than nothing. It's just that Sage. Wow, dude. Wow. I'd like to take off the sunglasses and show you how big his eyes got as big around as mine are, right? My you know, my lenses. That's how big they got. Red eyes with the red hair. And by the way, Sage, you're losing a lot. I think you're bolder than I am now. I think you've just in the last year, I think you've gone from being, you know, hairier, more hirsute, and now you are not quite as hirsute as I am. But anyway, yeah. You know what? I feel for everybody involved. If it wasn't at least partially intended, but part of it feels like it was kind of partially, little bit maybe like pushed, just to get kicked out, just so you could make a big deal out of it. You know, and the final confirmation. This thing's getting way too long, but the final straw so far, what is today, April 22nd? The final straw so far for me. It's obviously not the final, because we're probably way young into this thing. But so far is a guy that has left comments on my videos for more than a year and a half. He was there, and I tried to ask him what happened. He said he got to talk with all the big stars in person for hours. And I said, well, what's the poop on the scoop? Come on, you got the inside. Right there. You got the inside scoop, dude. Hand it over. Hand over the inside scoop right there. Put it in, you know. And if you have to, PM me. And then he's all like, well, I might make a video about it. So it just seems like there's a lot of information that's not forthcoming. And you know, the devil is in the fine print. I want to read some of the fine print. I want to hear, you know, I want to hear about some actual stuff that was said. Oh, you could listen to the whole tape. It's like, you taped part of what happened. I mean, that's the feeling I get. You taped part of what happened, and I'm supposed to go listen to that. I couldn't even find it when I looked for it first. And now I'm just like, whatever. You know, there should be. I like this hat, by the way. So, it's just like this holding back, this hiding. It's like, oh, mom's the word. We don't want to talk about any details about what happened, and so it makes me think. Hiding the details, then it makes me think, well, you know, I know the good guys, our team, I know that on our team that we didn't spit on anybody, maybe not swearing in an angry way, but maybe a few swear words got uttered that weren't threatening, you know, like like, not mine, but a lot of our YouTube videos have swear words in them. They're just fine, not really threats, not threats at all. So anyway, Mike, I could just see Mike saying something a little smart alecky. Notice I didn't say the ASS word there. Yeah, why? You people love swearing all upside one all day long, and I swear plenty in real life, but I don't know. It's really not that hard to, make a 10-minute video and not swear for 10.5 minutes. So, and who knows where it's all going to go. Oh, everybody on YouTube videos swears their heads off. Plenty of the big stars swear their heads off. It's like, yeah, well, so do I. Just, I don't know. Anyway, so Mike might have said something smart alecky. The funniest, he is like the top 5 or 10, probably top 5 of my favorite YouTubers. Just for how freaking hilarious that dude is. He has some of the best videos. I kick myself for not going back and watching some of his older videos. So I really should do that. So anyway, still writing the book. Probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 pages into it now. Maybe could use a hand with that. When I say a hand, it's like, no, not writing it for me, but some early readers who could read the first 10 or 15 pages and say, like, I couldn't finish. I don't like where this is going. I love where this is going. I could use that. So go ahead down there in the comments if somebody wants me to send you in PM written, which would be nice if you could then pass that on to somebody else who doesn't know how old I am, and therefore, not anything at all like the lead character in my novel, who's young and hip and, gets laid a lot. That just doesn't make sense coming out of this face. So that'd be really nice if you could request and then pass on and then get an opinion from somebody over there. Well, I'll go back and see if I've been recording any of this or not. Okay.